So he's going to open up the doors for, even though they're already open, but he's going to create a whole canon of a situation when it comes to making sure players are rewarded and leave the power in the players' hands. But I also, too, have to side with the universities because you don't want this to get too out of hand and they lose the structure of what college football is.
Right.
Okay. Right before we get into highlight, one of our viewers has a question. He says, ask you about St. Elmo Steakhouse? I don't know.
St. Elmo Steakhouse. It sounds familiar. I think it's a chain, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's around. You remember Sizzlers?
Oh
yeah.
I felt like it was like a brand like that. I never been there, but I've heard of it before. Yeah,
that's one of our guys. He works with us here at Game On and does shows with us and everything. He's a big Colts fan, man. He's from up around that way,
and that's where I heard it from because I think it was in Indianapolis.
Oh yeah, I believe that's probably yeah. I would say
that makes sense. That makes sense. Highlight. What got you into highlight?
So I'm gonna compress this because it's a very, very long story. University of Miami, we have our athletic department. The casino they used to own, the owners that used to own the casino of Magic City are huge donors to our university. Dog racing is illegal now, but they knew in 2018 that it was going to become illegal, so they had to transition to another pari-mutuel sport. Highlight and the players have a union, and they was trying to stay away from signing players that was a part of a union because they didn't want to. They was obviously want to save money, and they felt like, okay, the sport is not too hard to learn. Let's just get some guys from the University of Miami, basketball, football, track, whatever sport, and teach them how to play the sport. The email went out. Saw the email. I was like, this got to be a scam. So I ignored it, and 3 days later, a guy who used to work with us, his name was Dan Lichardi, he direct messaged me and said, hey, can I talk to you because I Googled you, and I see that you're pretty in shape, and I want to know if you want to try this out. So I spoke to him, and he made it real short and simple. He's like, look, I just want you to come out here and try out. If you like it, we can work something out. If you don't, we'll send you back home. Came out, and I'm familiar with highlight because it's from Miami. Came out, we had to run with a ball inside the cesta around the court, and that was it. I'm like, okay, I'm hired? It's just that fast. Like, yeah, you're hired. And 3 months later, I realized, like, okay, I see why it was so easy because they were trying to find guys and they couldn't find anybody. And I was one of the few guys that tried out.